So good light is very important for your YouTube videos because you want a cool look. But getting the most out of a permanent setup can be quite challenging. And I've tried to bring my expertise as a DOP to my YouTube channel. And with that, I'm trying to build myself a permanent setup. And that's what I'm going to show you right now. You've clicked on this video, and that tells me that the chances are quite high that you've run into the same problem that I did. I don't have the time to push out these videos on a consistent basis. And big reason for that is the setup time. The quicker the camera is rolling, the easier it is for me to just shoot these videos. That's where SmallRig reached out to me and wanted me to test out their new light. I've got two of those in this room, in this setup right now. If you have some optimization idea, I'd be happy to hear from them, so write them in the comments below. But now let's get into how I set all of this up. This is my canvas that I can paint on. I've turned on the lights out there to just give some depth to the image, and then I also have this at my desk. Then for my background I have all of that, and that is Phillips Hue. With the Phillips Hue I just have amazing control over all the lights in my background. This just helps me a lot in creating these YouTube videos in this space. I didn't buy Phillips Hue to just use them for YouTube. I had this before I even started. I'm just a visual person and need some nice lights in my home. So apparently this is what I already got. For the most important part of any YouTube video, that's actually me, I need this one. The SmallRig 220D Pro is my key light right here. And I have it just on a uni-clamp right here to be able to just mount it up here, and then I can stand right here. The camera, of course, is normally much closer, and with that I'm able to fit this big softbox in a tight space. And then it is very bright and can even counter out the sun if I just decide on opening my windows. The 220D is a very well built light, and for the price point I think I won't expect more than what they give you. And for the small package that the light is, it brings quite a punch. It also has multiple powering options. You can use the V-lock adapter, and with that you can just plug it straight to the wall and get infinite runtime. And you also could use an adapter and use NPF batteries. When you want to power this with your usual V-mount batteries, then there's quite a problem if you don't have enough output from your V-mount batteries. With mine it only works up to 27% of dimming, and that's a big bummer for me. This can't be fixed. It can't just pull more out of these batteries than the batteries can provide, and we have to live with it. But SmallRig should provide you with some information that this is not possible if you power it with V-mounts to get the full output. Because of the small body of this light and the high output, what is amazing about this, there's also a problem, and that's cooling. And the fan in this, let's just say it's pretty loud. If you can get around these problems, I think that's a great light. It's $329 on B&H right now, and for the package you get out of there, it's quite cool. What I also wanted to do is bring a little bit light down here, and for that I'm using the, let me read this off, RC60C RGB LED video light with powerbank clamp edition from SmallRig. And I was not really sure if I want something like this, but SmallRig sent it to me anyway, so I kind of had to check it out. And I need to say I quite like it. So it's just this little tiny brick, and with that being so small and has a built-in battery as well and being full RGB, that's just, well, I looked into it. And also it's quite bright. The RC60C also comes with some nice additions in its box. So you for once get this nice reflector on here to just enhance the output of the light. Then you get this nice hand grip. Then you have like a nice, like a pistol grip. And then this one as well, you can screw it in the same hole as the grip. And then you can mount it onto any tripod. Also in the box comes this little connector here. You can just attached to the back of the light, and there is where you mount your external batteries. And if that is not enough, you could also get this little fella here. That's a mini softbox, and it supports a grid to just run around and point light at places. It's a bit on the plasticky side, but I think for the price of $229 on B&H right now, you can't get something much better than that. And yeah, I quite enjoy this little baby, so let's use it. Before and after. And that just brings out my tray over there much nicer. Of course, these SmallRig lights are also controllable by app, and that's pretty important for me since I'm in front of the camera. I need to see what I'm lighting, and let me just turn on the 60C right here. Then I can go in there and I have the CCD from warm to cool, the HSI where I can adjust everything. And yeah, you got lots of effects, color cards, whatever you're used to from all these apps, it's actually also in here. And yeah, I like the app. I would love to have them also in Link, but that unfortunately is not possible. That's why I don't want to use them in conjunction with my aperture lights. But if you have a bunch of SmallRig lights, the app is very well built. And now I can also do very different moods for my videos. So now I have a very different look, and I of course can play around with this much more. And as soon as I do that, the whole setup gets a very different vibe. And that's why a full RGB light for your background is so nice, because you can get so much more out of the same space. I think you can use any different light you want for this purpose, but you need to have something permanent, and having something permanent will help you so much on your YouTube journey.